staff and his substitutes will sit on a match day. Arsenal always sits in that seat there where that young lady sat. Can you see all right from there? Yes, you can see okay? Yes, Arsenal can't see anything when he sits there. It's like selective blindness. When you go wrong with an eye, you can see it. Steve Bold, our assistant manager, sits there, and our physio Colin sits there. The substitutes will sit at the back there, obviously behind the manager. If you look below the black Citroen seats, you'll see two grey steps. These have been put in at Arsene Wenger's request because on a match day during the season from October through to March, these two black steps are heated. So if the players get cold touches, they put their feet under the chairs, under the seats, warms their toes up. It's purely for performance reasons. Because anybody who's watched football and it's freezing cold, the hardest place to get circulation to is your feet. So Arsenal doesn't want the players going on the pitch, find an excuse, they got a bad touch or a bad pass. So that's why we've had these heated steps put in. The away team technical area, we've got massive block spikes to give them frostbite so they toes will cross. So we try and take advantage where we can. The pitch itself, pardon? Well, because we haven't got the right person on the pitch, that's you need the characters, that's what we need to win the game. Yeah, we just get our money out of the pockets and stop messing around. We actually just go and sign them. Get the release clause from Fellaini for 23 million, just go and get him, stop messing about. Actually, I'll get shot, have a sniper shoot me. The pitch itself is absolutely immaculate. It's like that for 49 weeks of the year. The reason it's only 49 weeks of the year is because at the end of the season, there's a 3-week period where the stadium can be hired. So you can have charity games here, you can have corporate games, we have scouts that camp overnight, we have concerts here. I think we had news for a weekend about a month ago. They want to make as much revenue as possible. After that 3-week period, the pitch is completely scraped off. The grass is scraped away, it's called scarifying. So all you're left with soil, it's reseeded, so you get a new pitch every season. It costs about £175,000 a season, obviously to reseed it. The grass itself is called Deso grass, and that is imported here from Holland. I can think of better grass to import here from Holland. So maybe give it health and safety. 3% of it is actually plastic. It's like binds the grass roots together a lot stronger. So we very rarely get any divots. Not that we tackle that much, but we very rarely get any divots. There's a style of football we like to play. It's a fast-paced pass and move game. So I want the surface to be as perfect as possible. Underneath the surface, there's a thin wire mesh that goes all underneath the pitch, about 3 inches below. That is seeded, so that grass seed again grows up through the topsoil. So again, it binds the grass roots together a lot stronger. As you can see, the pitch is lush and green. It's like that all year round. It's okay in the summer because we're starting to get some sun now, which is like a nice surprise. But in the winter months, you get limited sunlight and limited daylight, so it hinders the growth of the grass. So that's why what we've got is called SPG lighting rigs. So we've got a whole half of these lighting rigs that can be wheeled on. They work on the same principles as sunbeds. So the grass thinks it's summer all year round. So they just obviously put the sun lamps on one half, and then an hour later, 2 hours later, move it to the other half. So you never ever get a bare patch of grass at the Emirates. Underneath the pitch, also we have a FAV system. At Highbury, we had the first state-of-the-art undersoil heating system. Here, we've gone 10 stages further. It's called a FAV system, which is a forced air valve and vacuum system, which means there's a labyrinth of pipes that goes all underneath the surface, little holes in the top. So you've got a heavy downpour rain and the pitch is waterlogged. You'll flick a switch, the vacuum system comes in, sucks the water from the surface, disperses it through the pipes, 2 massive storage tanks, we've got 1 under each half. That's where all this water is being sprinkled from. So we don't use the local reservoir and reserves of local water. We've got our own tanks, obviously, to sprinkle the pitch with. In the winter months, if you had a heavy frost and the pitch is frozen, you flick a second switch, the vacuum system is reversed, warm jets of air come up through the holes, so you defrost the surface, then you're left with puddles, flick the first switch, vacuum system reversed round again, sucks the water from the surface, again disperse it to the 2 massive storage tanks we've got under each half. That drainage and irrigation system even goes as far as the roof, which is slightly slanted inwards, so we collect all the water from rainwater from the roof, comes down the back of the stadium, again goes into the 2 massive storage tanks that we've got. The size of the pitch, at Highbury, we had the smallest pitch in the Football League, and it meant that teams would stop us playing quite easily. Here, we've got one of the biggest pitches in the Football League, so at Highbury, it was 100 metres long by 66.7 metres wide. Here, it's 105 metres long by 68 metres wide. So per square metre, that is quite a big difference in area. We score more goals along with Barcelona at home than any other team in Europe in the last 10 minutes of games. This team can't physically punch you down for 90 minutes. As the game goes on, even as fit as the players are today, in the last 10 minutes, you start to get a little bit more tired, so you lose concentration, and then you start to make mistakes. So that's why we've had a bigger pitch put in. Want to get as much sunlight on the pitch as possible. So we've got the solar panels in the roof, we've got gaps in the corners to get the pitch nice and aerated so it helps the grass grow. We built our stadium uniquely where we put the pitch in first, then we built the stadium around it. Where other clubs, they build the stadium, then the pitch is an afterthought. We've got all the weather experts in, so this pitch has been put at an angle so it gets maximum amount of daylight through the day, from like 11 o'clock through to 3 o'clock. It's always bathed in sunshine. Whereas if you look at Wembley, if you see a game any time from midday to 3 o'clock, half their pitch will be in shade. That's why they struggle with the surface. Now they're taking our advice, they've actually implemented Deso grass, so Wembley is a lot better now. It only took them 5 years to take their notice of that. The pitch is on a slight camber of 6 inches from one side to the other. Again, that's to get the draining system implemented. So as you can see, the pitch is really important. The players are only here twice during the season other than the match day. All their training is done at Shenley, which is our £15 million state-of-the-art training facility. We've got 9 pitches exactly the same as that. One of the few clubs have got a full-size indoor grass pitch. They have leisure centre there, they've got a media centre, they've got restaurants, they've got dormitories, they've got medical centre there. So that's, again, the best, or one of the best training facilities in Europe, bar none. The players, they only come here twice a season, once for an open day in the summer with local school children, and once for an open day in the winter, again for local school children. Other than that, players are never here apart from match day. Any questions at all about the pitch? Nope. What we do, we go down the players' tunnel, go straight in front of yourself, and we're going to have a look in the away team dressing room so you can see the difference between the away and the home team.